Well, hey folks, welcome to another episode of the Brand Builder Show. It's my pleasure to have with us today Vitalii from Profit Wales. Vitalii, welcome to the show.
Nice to meet you, Ben. Thank you for
Yeah,
your
nice.
invite.
Yeah. It's great to have you here. I'm excited to dive into all things Amazon PPC. It's one of our favorite topics, and you're right on the cutting edge of the topic. So really looking forward to that. But we'd love to hear a bit about yourself before we get into it. Give us a bit of background, your origin story, Vitalii. How did you get started in the entrepreneurial world, Amazon space? Give us a bit of a background.
Yeah, it's a good question because I have started from the digital marketing,
Okay.
and I have started from the Google Ads, Google Analytics, and that was my main passion on the beginning to understand that you could help businesses and see the impact, like the real impact, the real
Yeah.
sales, the real ROAS or ROI. You could feel how your ads or your connection with the business could help these businesses to grow. For me, that was like one of the most amazing things because I have started from the learning marketing, from the like universities, from traveling around some different European courses when I was a student, but then when I have tried to work and you see the real impact that marketing, sometimes like a lot of people could say that marketing couldn't be measurable, right? Like if we're speaking about like the old version of it, and right now you could see the real impact from the marketing that you do, and all this marketing so around like the digital happens, and that was something amazing for me. I have started my journey as like the business development. Yeah, it's like the person who could connect the PPC specialists, analytics, like all people around the project of the client, and you are on the client side. It's like not like fair maybe for the agencies where you are working, but still it's like a good for the clients. And I guess I'm right now in the same situation. Um, because my like journey starts from the digital marketing, then I go to the CMO of one of the big companies for working exactly when you have a company with the services, like with the company with their own products and how you could present it, and these products was like also good in the case of the understanding. They are that was a augmented reality, like AR VR systems, that help like to build a new way for promoting your brands, your products, or
Yeah.
anything like that. That was difficult to work with because it's more about like the B2B, so we are working exactly with the companies as you are, and
Hmm.
providing them with this understanding. And then I had a great conversation with one of the founders, with Alex, on the beginning, that they are looking for not specialists, they are looking for the people, like for the human. And for me that was like a big surprise. Like, why are you speaking about like you want to grow the business with people? Like, what is a
Yeah.
crazy idea, And yeah, right now I'm here. Right now I am in Profit Wales. It's like around more than 2 years per now.
Yep.
I'm on the position of the CEO now. So as I have mentioned, I guess I am right now also on the side of the clients,
Yeah.
not on the agency side. Yeah.
Yeah, great, man. That's awesome. Great story. Did you find the transition from Google PPC to Amazon PPC a smooth one? Is there a lot of things that helped on that journey?
I guess right now I just could tell that finally we got a chance to connect all these dots, because that
Mm.
was like one of my main like passions as for the Amazon team. When we got a conversation with them, because we are the Amazon Ads partners, we had a like weekly connections with them, and we asked them, and we provided them with the recommendations that, please guys, could you connect these dots from
Mm.
the general digital marketing and your marketplace.
Mhm.
And absolutely, like when you're working with PPC platforms as Google, you could understand each and every uh, PPC platform or marketplace that have their own PPC systems
Mm.
from scratch. Yeah, like all next updates that they will launch. You understand that, yes, on Amazon we have some the keywords, they are working differently in the case of like for example, the match type. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's not like the same as on Google, but the general understanding how this system should work.
Mhm.
For example, our structure that connects all keywords inside around like one semantic core, it's one of the way that we grab from Google. Yeah, like
Mm.
so that was connections really smooth, and I enjoy how you could on the Amazon check exactly in the same time how your ads are profitable or not. On Google, you couldn't do
Yeah.
that on like in one click.
Awesome. So just give us a bit of background then as well on Profit Whales, because you guys, it's not necessarily a traditional PPC software. It's more of like a managed service, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Because our main idea, it's we right now sounds like a full service marketing agency, yeah, for the Amazon brands and beyond. So our main focus is to grow you as a brand on and out of Amazon with the help of the advertising. Yeah, so we want to be your marketing partner. Yeah, so we absolutely understand how to correctly how to grow you on Amazon with the help of like all tools that you need around the Amazon, how to work with the price, how to work with your listings, what about your photos. And the core that we are building is like the relevancy. It's the number of keywords that you are ranked, like all the things that are connecting with the Amazon PPC. Yeah, so around that we could build next strategy as the roadmap for your growth. So there is like different, because around our agency we do have some softwares that is like connected to us and we are working with, and some of the softwares is like our own softwares that we have created, and that is important. Yeah, so we understand that only in the way of the synergy of the softwares and agencies you will have a chance to grow your brands correctly, because you need to have a lot of A/B tests, you need to have a lot of things up on control. Your product launch should be different, your growing and like boosting product should be different than your competitors, and you need to control a lot of things. Yeah, and we help businesses to do that.
Awesome, man. Sounds good. And I'd obviously love to talk about what you guys are doing. Obviously, being so involved in the process with your clients, it would be, I think, super insightful for our audience to understand some of the things that you're seeing and doing to succeed with Amazon, because Amazon PPC has changed a lot. The
Yeah.
core fundamentals are the same, of course. You bid for keywords, you set your match type, your targeting, but the strategies and the mindset with it has changed obviously over recent years. So first question really are, what changes have you seen over the last 12 months in the Amazon PPC space that listeners really need to be aware of and utilizing in their business?
Yeah. That is a good question, because during the last 12 months we got a lot of updates around the Amazon PPC and some additional tools as the Amazon Attribution, as the Amazon DSP. But I guess one of the most important changes happened around the relevancy, around the keyword relevancy on the
Yeah.
Amazon, how people working in the case of the keyword indexation that people type in, and what keywords could work for your listings, where is not. And these relevancy tool, relevancy update connect as Amazon SEO and Amazon PPC. Yeah, it's like it's the same improvements right now working here, and the main idea is that you need to be relevant, and you need to show Amazon that your product's relevant on how much keywords. Yeah, on you need to work on that. You need to increase your semantic core, you need to check your backend keywords, your listing keywords. You need to keep an eye on that. It's not like one time per year or one time in 6 months. No, it's like ongoing process that you should working on. Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to control that, and that is huge, because um, it's like one of the main and first steps that we do for our clients is checking the wasted spend, is checking the number of duplicates, is checking the how your keywords working around your campaigns right now that you are launching. And for the most of the clients, it's like for the 98 maybe percent of all this that we do, it's the main problems that we see. A lot of Amazon sellers, they have a lot of duplicates, and
Yeah.
they couldn't tell exactly Amazon on what keywords they should be ranked, because that is like different. Sometimes they do not add all needed keywords to their semantic cores or to their listings. A lot of people, they just they spend a lot of money on irrelevant keywords, and Amazon will never rank them here, and they just spend these budgets, but they could relocate it for some other keywords that they need to be ranked, right? So it's a huge impact that a lot of Amazon sellers could check, they could be focusing on right now. And that could be easy if you will do that as an ongoing process, and that could absolutely influence your organic and PPC sales.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, relevancy is such a massive thing. We had a real clear example of that just now. We launched a product ourselves about 10 days ago, and we sell toys and set it all up in the toy category. But somehow I was looking on, one of the tools, and it showed the category as like kitchen and bath products. And it was in completely the wrong category. And I was doing some digging because we'd launched, and over 7 days, this product had done 70 or 80 sales. It was going really well, but we weren't getting any keyword ranking. And I was like, what is going on? And so I tried to do a flat file to update it, didn't update, still didn't change. So then I just contacted Amazon and got them to change it. Eventually they changed it, and literally overnight, keyword ranking, first page for one of our target keywords. We were nowhere to be seen. The category was then relevant, and then all of a sudden there was keyword ranking. So it's there's a lot that goes into that relevancy, but it's such an important thing, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and that is like one of the examples. But people facing with that during like each month around like a lot of products, and sometimes they don't know what is the problem. And what they do, they go to the advertising, changing the bids, increasing the budget, starting spending more, and there is not actions that you need to do. The Amazon is the number of the algorithms that working around your exactly product listings and your stores. If you will have some chaotical changes, and you will see that these changes you do not control like how they are working, like in the good way or not, you just destroy your data. You couldn't trust to these numbers that you see around the stores profits or anything like that. I mean like PPC data that you could see, right? Because how you could understand what is like working good or not. It's like one of the way when people do the optimization around their PPC, because a lot of Amazon sellers, they could tell me that I do the optimization just around the beats. Why just around the beats? Sometimes it's not the best way to do, because you don't know the situation around the market. You don't know what your competitors have done for outstanding you around these keywords. So it's like a deep understanding. Should you do some actions or not? The same with the keywords and listings. Should you do these actions or not? Because sometimes you could just destroy all your current data, your current sales, if you will just do something wrong. Because Amazon, it's like it's the algorithm machine. If some actions will destroy or change the way how you ranking right now, that could be a terrible for your business. Or another way, that could be a great opportunity for reaching your results.
Yeah, I'd love to get into your process for optimizing, in a moment, just to understand that a bit more. Just on this topic of relevancy, final question on that topic. You obviously mentioned about the specific keywords, the broadness of keywords. Or I suppose two questions. Firstly, how do you deal with broad keywords? Because it's a big topic that we've been discussing recently inside our community. Is you have big broad keywords, gifts for men, gifts for women, gifts for kids, whatever. We're in toys, so toys for boys would be an example. You've got maybe like a building toy, construction toy, and it's got this sort of broad generic keyword that doesn't really specifically describe the product. It could describe 100 different types of product. How are you dealing with that kind of keyword? Just ignoring them, low bids, any particular strategy?
Yeah, it's a great question, because we do not work with the broad keywords, and we do not recommend to work with the broad keywords, because you don't know what exactly keywords you will be targeted, what Amazon will be target you, and you are giving the control of your advertising not to you and not to your settings, but to the Amazon, and Amazon will do everything that they want. So it's not something that we recommend. For what we do work with the broads, but we grab, for example, you have a top 10 keywords around your listings, and there is like a top search volume keywords for you, right? So it's like the top keywords for your brands that generating you most of the sales. You could grab these keywords, you could put them into the broad. You should grab the same keywords or all your keywords around your semantic core and put them as the negatives to the broad, and set a minimum bids like 10 cents, for example. And what you will do, that will work for you as like the auto campaigns, just for generating and finding new and new keywords that could be relevant, and Amazon algorithms understand that your products are relevant around these keywords, and then grab these keywords and put to the campaigns where you will, in exact match type, you will test them with the higher beats and see how this how you're performing. Because if how you will like understand that there is a good keyword, you will check the number of sales. If you got a chance to grab a sale with the minimum bid, just imagine if you will have a chance to control, work with the higher bid in exact, or add a placement, for example, and push it somewhere higher. So that is the way how you should understand that. We spend a lot of time, like most of the time, on the beginning for collecting and creating a semantic core from your competitors, from your listings, for your previous PPC results. We delete all the duplicates. You don't have a chance to, we do not give Amazon control of your advertising. We take control of your advertising. We show and put all the keywords that we need to be ranked, we need to be shown, because we understand that we are relevant around these keywords. We could rank our products and grab most like the number of sales that we want to have. So it's like the way how we are working with that. So that's why I'm not really believing into the way that you will start with the broads, with high beats, collect the keywords, correct the sales. Unfortunately, you do not know exactly how these algorithms is working, and you just provide Amazon with all the actions.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's I've got about 17 questions just from that to now ask you. But so just to clarify, you when you're saying put them in the broad, you're saying like toy gifts for men, put that as a broad match, but negative exact gifts for men, so that it finds related keywords to that core
and all other keywords that you have around your semantic core. So like because the broads around the Amazon, they could bring you any keyword, any keyword. So you need to avoid competition around your account. You should avoid that. You will be somewhere, you will try to push your keyword that you have in some ad group, and the same you will do with the broad. So you will have like competing just with yourself. You will just increase the CPC around these products. It's not so good. I'm not recommending you to do that. So it's like one of the way how you could make a cross negative around your account, around the keywords, and show us as the and Amazon will show you a new product that you could add, or you do not add it still to your semantic core.
You talk about removing duplicates. Are you doing that by do you generally practice like search term isolation, so there's only one place it's showing up across the campaigns?
We do like we do the keyword isolation. So if you see the keyword around our structure or around our like ad groups or campaigns, you will see that we have only one these keywords exactly. And we absolutely know in the case of, like, for example, in the case of the CTR, in the case of their performance, where these products is like showing around the advertising. And sometimes you could grab some top keywords and work with the placements, so your optimization will be not around the beats, for example, for these keywords, but around the placements, right? In the case of like the percentage that you will set up, you will be absolutely sure that you are working exactly with these keywords, and if you will do some changes, some another keywords in another campaign, like the same will start working better because they have a higher beat. So it's like one of the way why we are avoiding the duplicates, and why we are working with the keyword isolation on the account.
Good.
And that is absolutely better for the ranking, because you show clearly Amazon where you are relevant, why, and what positions for you is the best. So that is like extremely important for now in the case of the growing products.
For sure. I'm going to ask you about launching in a minute on that basis, but just quickly before we do, just for anybody that's listening, and you've mentioned the word semantic core a few times, can you just explain that in sort of beginner's terms?
It's the number of keywords that you're using around your Amazon PPC. So it's the keywords that you're adding to the paid advertising on the platform, and most of the people, they divide it on the ad campaigns, on the ad groups, for grouping them in the case of the relevancy, in the case of the search volume, and we also recommend it to do. And the structure, the name of it is the semantic core. It's number of the keywords where you are trying to be ranked and trying to get sales.
Yeah. Yeah, and then on campaign structure, you mentioned breaking them down into search volume, or single keyword campaigns. What's your kind of go-to structure at the moment?
We have like our approach is named zero to hero. So
Hmm.
we absolutely understand that around when we're creating campaigns, we have from 8 to 11 different the campaigns that we're creating for on the account. Some of them, for example, we have the top performing keywords, and they could be grouped as one keyword
Hmm.
for one campaign for clearly working with the placements with these specific keywords. Also, we do have an approach when we collect the same top performing keywords, but we could group them as, like, for example, 5 keywords in one group, yeah, or 10 keywords. They should work exactly in the one ad group, and we will control them all together because they are
Hmm.
same in the case of number of sales, relevancy. And so we could work them. If we see that one keyword start performing much higher, we could grab it and put that to
Hmm.
the one campaign, one keyword. Then we have a massive impact of the other keywords that is like lower in the case of the search volume and something like that, and we group them in the case of the relevancy
Hmm.
around different ad groups. So it's like could be a hundreds of different ad groups where we have 3, 5, 10, up to 10 maybe keywords, that's grouping, and we have a chance to make decision not around one specific keyword but around the cluster, around the group of keywords, and we could say that this cluster is relevant, and everything will start working. We will work with the beats, and this cluster is irrelevant. So you have a chance to increase number of your negative keywords. And like in these the same way, we have the on other campaigns the keywords from your search term reports, and other keywords that we grab from your competitors, and other keywords that we just grab that could be relevant as like a test one. They are working with the lower beats, and all these campaigns, they have a huge and big number of the negatives, as you could understand, because we are working with the duplicates and keyword isolation parts. Yeah, so we want to avoid it. Most of the keywords that is located around this structure, they are inexact. We use your brand name and working with the phrase match. So it's like another campaign that we do phrase match, because we couldn't exactly know how people will use your brand name, but for us it's like one of the great filters for the exact match type. Yeah, because you will just play with your main brand name. And the broad campaigns, yes, broad and the negative auto campaigns that we are using around the Amazon, it's like the campaigns where, as they on broad, and I have told you that we grab top keywords and put them for creating and finding new keywords. The same we do with the auto campaigns. We launch them and also put all negatives around that, yeah, for allowing Amazon to show us everywhere on any relevant things, and we monitor with the help of our software. We monitor the search term reports, finding keywords that could be relevant for us, yeah,
Hmm.
and put them um, yeah, and put them to our search term for our semantic course for another test, yeah, for checking how they will work around the campaign. So it's like briefly, but I guess that could be difficult on
Yeah.
if you're listening us just.
Yeah, and that's good, man. That's good. It's insightful. I always find it interesting to see how other people are, approaching it. Do you roll all of those out on launch, or do you just launch with some of those campaigns?
Yeah, on launch, it's not like the best way maybe on the beginning to be targeted everywhere. Yeah, for the beginning, the main way that you need to have is like to connect your Amazon SEO with your Amazon PPC. Yeah,
Hmm.
you need to absolutely understand how these processes working together. It's extremely important. Yeah, like your specialists, they should work like all together for providing some insights and data. What is the best keywords around the PPC? Maybe make some focus on SEO, because some keywords, important keywords for you, they are not ranking still, and you need to do some updates. So it's like it's important, and that's why we recommend in the beginning be focusing right now just on the main keywords, like long tail keywords, maybe mid keywords, where you could outstand, grab some sales, show Amazon that you're relevant, increase your conversion rate, collect, of course, reviews, because it's extremely important. That will absolutely affect on the all results that you have around your listings. And after that, you will have a chance to grow your semantic core, target it on your competitors, target it on your category, use sponsored brands and sponsored display and all other ads.
Yeah, that's really good, man. Really good. And when it comes to new sellers coming into the market, because obviously there's, you're talking there about, specialists and lots of different people involved. But if there were newer sellers coming into the market, maybe there's some people concerned about rising ad costs. Maybe even, well, a lot of existing sellers, it's a concern for them. What's your thoughts on these rising ad costs that we're seeing? Is that something that's going to continue? Is there a breaking point for that? What should sellers do about it?
Um, I guess here should be done a data-driven decisions, and
Mm,
you need to understand why, like why
mm,
you want to increase your ad spend, for what reason. Will it really give you any feedback, positive feedback on your ranking, on getting more sales? Are you sure for that?
mm,
You need to control a lot of numbers before you will do any great changes, because a lot of people could tell that how the profit wheels is working, that we came to account, we see the numbers, and we just increase the ad spend and everything is working. But no, it's not true. Yeah,
yeah,
we will increase your ad spend because we will see more spaces for you to grow, right?
yeah,
So we will see that you have a lot of more opportunities to boost and scale your product. Maybe we will add additional sources or advertising channels. Mm, if you are thinking about like increasing your ad cost, for example, or you're not sure that you are working correct or not, just try to go around different agencies, softwares, for asking them for an audit.
mm,
Just ask some influencers for an advice. Yeah,
mm,
like to try to get another view around your numbers, because people will start asking you, what is your conversion rate, what is your
mm,
net margin, are you ready for that, are you ready for like next 2 months you will just spend on PPC and then you will rank your keywords. Like they will ask you a different questions that will trigger you in a case of other thoughts, like are you ready for that, is it a good strategy, is
yeah,
it like clever to do that right now, or maybe you should wait or improve something else? Yeah, that
mm,
do not need any additional budgets or any. So it's like it's a good question, because I guess the best way to get started from here is starting from asking more advanced sellers
mhm,
or players on the market or agencies for an
yeah.
advice and for their view, like point of view, what you will do in this situation.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Are you using any sort of newer strategies or placements to kind of help with those rising costs? Like sponsored brands, sponsored display. Are these things helping with bringing averaging out costs, or are they getting more expensive as well?
Yeah, of course. You have a lot of places around the Amazon where you could additionally spend. I mean,
Mm,
you will just for spending more, you will just need to add more keywords for the test, for example,
mhm.
or just add more competitors that you could work with around the sponsored products,
Yeah.
sponsor brands, sponsor display. You have a lot of spaces on the Amazon how to do that, how to increase your spend, and we are using, for example, like more uh, for the maybe experienced sellers, we are playing a lot with the external traffic. When you're adding
Hmm.
the Amazon attribution, when you're adding the landing pages, and you're launching the Google advertising based on your keywords that you have around the Amazon, you
Yeah.
add them to the Google, you send this traffic to the landing page, grab the email, provide these people who send you an email with the promo code, and on these landing pages you set up a lot of tags as like the Facebook pixel, Google Analytics pixel, as the DSP tag, and you could set up a remarketing audiences to them. Yeah, so you're
Yeah.
building like the ecosystem, and for us that is like one of the main approach for the experienced sellers. We want to control most of your advertising. We don't want you to miss any uh, Amazon listing visitor or any store visitor. Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
just exploring or discovering something else. It's important. Yeah, it's important for now
Mm.
to control it, and of course that will be additional spend for you. But in general, that will be a brand building approach for you.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Are you seeing much of a, because obviously you can send Google traffic direct to an Amazon listing. You're mentioning there a landing page to collect more info. Do you see that harming conversion rates a lot? Obviously, it's only recently that you've been able to track it, but
Mm-hmm.
um,
Yeah, but it's a long term. way how you could grow your Amazon brand. It's not like a quick results because well, you could just you could just calculate the number of resources that I just mentioned, in this story, and you could understand that what we do is just providing Amazon listing with the relevant traffic for our brands, and we collect their emails, we collect them for the remarketing campaigns on different social media, and for the DSP, and then if we are not like got a chance to close them like today or during the next 14 days till we have the attribution on Amazon, we will have a chance to reach them during the year or next 5 years till they will be in this remarketing list. So there is the way how you are growing your brand in the case of your community, in the case of number of people who know you, who could see you on Amazon, out of Amazon, in social media, in some maybe apps, but we are not allowed to work with apps, but still it's like the way how you're building your brand, right? So it's like the long term, and we could measure that, like this brand we have started without any additional things, and we just work with the Amazon, and this brand we work with the Amazon data, Amazon DSP, Facebook, Pinterest, Google, landing pages, email marketing, and all this stuff. Of course the second one will win in the long term, but not in the short term, because a lot of people will came to me and say like, Vitalii, we just working in different ads, we just like sending some traffic, but we don't see ROAS on each of them, like a good ROAS, but it's not like clever to calculate only one way for getting these sales and traffic.
No, I'm a big believer that now in 2022 and beyond, Amazon is as much an acquisition channel as it is a sales channel. You're acquiring customers. You might not make profit on the front end for a lot of the sales, but if you do the right things on the back end, you can acquire customers and then continue to build your brand. And I think that's what smart long-term business builders are doing.
Right.
A couple of questions on that. I've got some more PPC questions that I want to finish up with, but just on that strategy. Firstly, on the initial landing page email collection promotion, are you giving them like a discount code to use on Amazon?
Right. Yeah.
And you send them straight to a product detail page? Not
like just Amazon listing with the help of the Amazon attribution. It's like the direct link that help us to collect and understand, did we get actions, any purchases, any sales here, any add to cart, for example. Then we have we set up the Amazon DSP for grabbing people and divide them into different audiences. Just visit our listings and exit then, or just visit our listing and add to cart. It's like another audiences that help us to divide these people, but we still don't know who they are, right? So it's like just the cold audiences, but they know some, but they have our promotion, so it's like the more to hot audience. And then in the case of the number of the purchases, with the help of the promo code, you could understand how good your promotion is working, because sometimes people could grab the promo code and just buy another products, different competitors or anything like that. And the problem is not around the ads. You should understand how, because like generally maybe it's not like the answer to your question, but people should understand that we are working with the two big audiences. One audience is around, it's like sellers who visitors of the Amazon who like buy products on Amazon. They start their research from Amazon, and they like a big fan of this marketplace. And another big audience is people who hate Amazon. They start and do their own research on Google, on social media, everywhere. And maybe if they don't have a chance to find something, they will go to the Amazon. So it's like a different types of people that we are working with. And it's like two big, huge groups of people that you are working with. And now you are, as the Amazon brand, you want to go to the D2C and say that, hey guys, we also have the website. We also have social media. And we have a lot of sales on the Amazon. It's okay for you to buy it, so it's like the way how you're presenting your products, and you should understand that.
So then with the retargeting, say if you're using like Facebook pixel email marketing, then you're bringing them back to your website as opposed to Amazon.
That could be so. We do the A/B test here. So the main idea of the launching the ads is that When you want to go to the external traffic, our main recommendation is to have all needed things for launching the external traffic. For example, as like the minimum as the social media, your website, like all things should be done, and that should be possible to make a purchase here. And that could be a great opportunity to find out where you have the highest like ROI, for example, from your advertising.
Yeah.
What audience buying more, like people who have seen you on Amazon and they go to buy on your website. It's like, you know, the understanding the behavior of your customers, how they do that. It's extremely important to understand, to track, and to work with that. But you couldn't work just with one part, because there is not a full picture that you could see.
Yeah. And then for the Google ads, for that kind of strategy, are you doing anything particularly ninja there, or is it sort of your standard keyword targeting, basic discount on Amazon kind of ad?
Based on the what brand have on their website. It's important to understand, could we, for example, add the shopping campaigns? Do we have the Google Merchant Center where we could grab all the data around your products and add them to the first page when people like typing, I don't know, like some football like balls or anything like that, So that is like the way how we could work with that. And also the important part is that we could add the dynamic remarketing. We could add the display ads based on, do you have enough content for us to create ads, or maybe you have done something. So on Google, we have a lot of opportunities, much more opportunities than on Amazon. We could use the YouTube ads, for example, to show your short videos or call to action buttons put somewhere, or some custom images. We have a lot of opportunities, but the main question, how that could be relevant for you and around your niche, and do you have enough creatives and materials for us to work with that? Is that should be relevant for your brand in general?
No, that's really good, really insightful on that stuff. Obviously lots more we could talk about there, but I know you're a busy man running a company. So just a brief question, final sort of PPC question. You mentioned earlier about placements, and that's again been something that's been discussed a fair bit of late, and the strategy of pulling out specific keywords to then be able to control the placement of them. Is that something that you're saying that you would, as a regular thing, you would take out a high performing keyword, put it in a single keyword campaign, and then adjust the weighting of top of search placement? That's the strategy you're referring to?
Yeah, that could be so, but you need to understand, should you compete on the first page on the top of search around this keyword? Because if you will just grab the top performing keyword and put them to the first page, maybe that will be like a bad decision for you now, because you will compete on the high beats with the top players. You will have much higher CPC or anything like that. Your conversion is not enough for that. So it's like, a lot of other metrics could be not acceptable for you for now, and you will see that your results is not good when you're increasing. But when you are on your position, for example, on the bottom of the first page, that could be you could generate more sales. So it's like the different way should you adjust your settings to be on the first page, and are you ready for that around these specific keywords? So that is extremely important for you to understand what is your conversion rate, what is your, have Amazon see that allow you to be there, because for Amazon it's extremely important to show on the top sellers where they could get more profits from them. Because Amazon gets fees, Amazon gets ads, and for Amazon it's more relevant if they will show some top players that could be converted much with higher possibility than you. Or if you will be there, you will pay much more. So it's different for Amazon. You should understand this, how this algorithm is working. So the best way is to check your brand analytics, for example, to check the conversion share, click share, to see if you could outstand some of your competitors, or you're right now beating them around these two numbers. You could push it. Of course, you have a lot of space for that. If not, try to not like do that for just a test.
Yeah. For someone that wants to test placement testing for the first time, would you recommend just try and start with like maybe one keyword, or how would you recommend starting?
Yeah. One campaign, one keyword. That will be my main recommendations to get started. You could start with the top performing keyword that you have, and maybe to just play only with one placement. Just put that on like top, for example, 10%, and see what is the results. Try to check that. Then put 20, 30, and maybe not higher than 50% if you're testing. If you're sure that could be absolutely enough for you, and that is working in the case of your economy that you have around the account, in the case of your net margin, in the case of your spending, your conversion, you could go higher. Sometimes you could put like a 100 placement, and that could also work really good for you.
Yeah. If you have that keyword in a scaling campaign already with a few other keywords, maybe for instance, as an exact match, and you're pulling it out to put it in another campaign, exact match, to do this placement testing, what are you doing with the one that's in the scale campaign already? Just negative exact that?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you could just turn off the ads around these that like post for that for a while, but that will be for avoiding the duplicates, right?
Yeah, you're not worried about the performance of it.
If you will do like with the TPK, that could absolutely work for you. I mean, like if you will do the keyword campaign, that could be absolutely fine. Like no worries from that.
Yeah,
just start and then turn off.
I agree with you. I just know there's people that freak out about this aged campaign that's mature, and Amazon see it like this, and I just see it as it's a keyword, and Amazon's going to show it.
You could just change it. I mean that you could save this ad group and these keywords, but turn off and add them as another group for other two.
True.
It's
the love.
It's okay. Fine. It's like if you are worried about that, you could just change the algorithm, but still reach your final goal.
Yeah, but you don't think they should worry about it?
No worries about that. It's like sometimes when we rebuild the account structure, we work on for not turning off the keywords, but they are working for more than 2 years or something like that, and we just like try to build something around them. Yeah, like not for like pausing any data or statistics, and that's all. So there is also the way how you could work with that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I feel like I've got so many more questions, but we've already been going for 40 minutes plus. So I'm gonna save those maybe for another day. You kind of have shown us the answer to this question, but my question to you really is about profit whales. Why is profit whales a great solution for carrying all of this out? I mean, like I say, you've given some great answers, shown us you know exactly what you're talking about, but as a company, why do you believe it's a great solution for brand owners?
Yeah, so we're the Amazon nerds, and we are about the holistic approach. If you see that could be a way how you could grow your business, that you have like some the same thoughts, and you are speaking not as the Amazon seller, you speaking just as like the Amazon brand, that you want to scale your brand on and out of Amazon, and you have quality products, you have good reviews, and you want to grow your brand, we would be glad to check that. We'd be glad to help you on these points, and to grow you, and to grow like together, on this road. But we are not like working just for collecting clients. We want to choose brands with whom we want to work. We every time providing with our feedback, are you ready or you're not ready for the growth? What about your inventory plans? So for us, it's important to get on board a good brands, great brands that want to scale their businesses, and we are ready to help. If we will not have a chance to do and help you right now, we'll provide you with the roadmap of action. So
yeah, that's good, man. And the thing I have liked the most about what you say is that holistic approach. There's a lot of PPC agencies out there, but the stuff you're talking about, I think a lot of them wouldn't even go near. So I think that's a great USP. So thank you for sharing about that in great detail. It's been super helpful, and I'm sure answered a lot of questions. If people do want to find out more about Profit Whales, where's the best place to go?
You could check any social media as like the Profit Files and find me as the Vitalii. I will not tell my surname because that will be difficult for you maybe to find and to type. But yeah, you will have a chance. I will be one Vitalii around the Profit Files. And or our website as theprofitfiles.com. You could use any form like contact us or any other for getting content. And yeah, just mention that you are from the brand builder, and we will help a chance to help you with that.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Yeah, we'll leave links in the show notes and description, obviously, as well, so people can find those easily. Vitalii, thank you so much for being on the show. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's like a PPC consultation for me, and hopefully some other people in the background have got some value too. So,
yeah, perfect. Nice to meet you, Ben. It was really nice. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us for the show today. I'm sure you've got loads of notes there, loads to work on from that session, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, leave a review, all those good things, and we'll see you in the next episode next week.